Okay, so today now we're going to follow on with some work on meditation, actually going through the Chi Kri meditation system and looking at 3 different areas of meditation that we can work with. And today we've got Renata and Eleonora who's going to help us go through this system. So welcome, ladies.
Hello.
Thank you. So what we're going to do to begin with is looking at the actual posture of meditation. And this is key to everything in meditation. If you don't get your posture right, your body's all over the place, the energy can't travel properly, and you'll end up falling asleep and achieving nothing but wasting time. So what we're going to look at is how to set the body up properly. So if you can, just bear with me for a moment. I'm just going to turn to the side for a second here and just show you how the body is supposed to be positioned for meditation. Why don't you do this with me, actually? You can just come to the edge of the chair. So the first thing to look into is really not sitting back on the chair. You're not in a car. You're not watching television on the sofa. You are actually going to sit up as tall as you can. So by propping yourself at the edge of your chair, it naturally throws you forward a little bit more. From here, we're going to think about how to keep our back and spine straight. So what you need to do is draw your navel a little bit forward, your chest a little bit out to the front, and then allowing your shoulders to be a little bit more relaxed and back. So what this does, it starts to engage muscles in your back. Can you tell me where you feel it in your back the most as I straighten you up here?
Lower
Kidney
back.
area.
Kidney area,
Yes.
lower back.
Yeah.
So these are actually known as the meditation muscles in yoga. These muscles here, if you can put your hands on your back for a second and see if you can just quickly feel, on the side of your lower spine, there's 2 muscles that should pop out there. Those are the ones that keep you naturally straight. Now, sometimes they need training in the beginning of meditation because they're used to going that way. So by sitting like this, it helps to pop the back forward. And regular practice, you won't feel any pain or discomfort in this position. Once your spine is nice and tall and straight, when you get to that point, you're then supposed to relax your shoulders. So if you imagine the spine like a tree and the branches of the tree like a weeping willow, they're just loose, even though the tree is straight. So your spine is straight, but your shoulders are incredibly soft and relaxed here. So we hold the body like this. Then we've got to think about the chin. And the chin is to be kept parallel to the ground. Have you got any idea why we keep the chin parallel to the ground, Eleonora, Renata?
Prevent us from falling asleep, possibly, certainly speaking for myself.
Exactly. To prevent you from getting drowsy and falling asleep. What happens sometimes in meditation is that once the mind relaxes, it thinks it's falling asleep. So it starts to go, okay, this is good sleep time, and it switches off. But really in meditation, as we know, we're trying to pierce the subconscious mind and get deeper into the superconsciousness, the soul realization. So we need to be very aware and awake. So by keeping the chin parallel to the ground, it keeps you very alert. So if we position ourselves so the chin is parallel to the ground, and then finally, on top of all of that, we keep our hands turned up towards the ceiling. Now, can you tell me why we have our hands turned up and not turned down?
Well, it's less distracting, I suppose, than
Less
having
distracting. But there's a certain sense that we have in our fingertips, which is the sense of
texture, touch.
texture, touch, exactly. Heat. So what we're trying to do is disengage all the senses in meditation. You're switching all of the 5 sense lights off, including the ones of sense of touch. So with the palms turned up, there's no sensation of the cloth against you, the warmth of your body, or the tendency to grip. So we have the hands turned up like this to relax the palms.
Do we close?
You can take a mudra like Jnana mudra if you like, but for today we're just going to go with simple soft hands. And the final thing would be to close the eyes, obviously. So we're going to quickly just have a little look at this technique. So ladies, if your spine is straight, your knees are slightly parted so your feet are comfortably pressed into the ground without pressure. Your navel a little forward, chest a little forward, shoulders relaxed, chin parallel to the ground, and then allowing the eyes to close. Now all you're going to do in this technique, and all you do at home when you're practicing this exercise, is just focus on the basic position that your body is in, like you're running a checklist. Is my spine still straight? Is my chest still forward? Are my shoulders still relaxed? Are my palms relaxed? Are my fingers still turned up? Is my chin still parallel to the ground? And this technique is level 1. And you sit here for about 10-15 minutes and you just get used to subconsciously training your body to remain in the correct position. So we're obviously going to cut the technique short today, just to see how we get on and to train you guys at home. So Renata, Eleonora, if I may ask you to slowly open your eyes when you're ready. How does your body feel at the moment in this position?
Comfortable.
It feels comfortable?
Yes.
Very stable.
Very stable. Okay, now, can I just ask you to just slouch for a second? Now, how do you feel? You feel alert?
No.
Right.
It actually hurts my back.
It hurts your back.
actually.
And what will happen if you straighten up again? If you meditate in the wrong position, your brain will go all over the place. The alert position is like this. Okay, so that's the first thing I wanted to show you. The second thing I'm going to show you today is a breathing exercise that can help you to slow your system down. Remember, when you're trying to meditate, you want to delve into these deeper aspects of yourself, and you need to have the rest of yourself relaxed, your nervous system, your breath system, and your cellular structure, your muscles. You don't want anything to interfere with that passage into the depth. So this exercise will help to slow everything down. So I'll show you. It's called the Trinity breath. So what I'll be doing is taking a 4-second inhalation into my chest, retaining the breath for 4 seconds, and exhaling for 4 seconds. So if we think about that's 4, 4, 4, 12. So you're breathing, your breath cycle is 12 seconds, only breathing 5 times a minute. A normal human being would breathe 15 to 18 times a minute, and their mind works in a certain haphazard type of way. But if you breathe 4 to 5 times a minute, your brain processing will slow down, your blood pressure will lower, and your nervous activity will lower. So I'll quickly show you the exercise, all right? Just have a little look, and if you keep your eyes on my chest and my hands, you'll see what's going on with the breathing. Two, 3, 4. So I'm breathing in 4, holding 4, and exhaling 4. And I'll just quickly tell you here that you also noticed there was a sound coming out of my throat, which is called the Ujjayi breath, which sounds like this if I open my mouth and do it. So it's a constriction of the throat, and that helps you to slow your breath down. Let's get on with the practice now. So you're sitting at the edge of your chairs. Keep your body posture as we planned earlier. Spine straight, chest open but relaxed, shoulders soft, and eyes gently closed. Chin parallel to the ground, palms turned up. Now take a normal deep breath in, guys. Just a normal breath in. And exhale fully. Just let it drop out of the body. And from here, slowly breathing in for 4. 1, breathing into the chest, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and slowly out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and slowly in again. 1, 2, you can practice at home if you like. 3, 4, and holding. 1, 2, 3, 4, and slowly out. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just do it one more time. Breathing in. 1, 2, controlled. 3, 4, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and slowly out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'll keep your eyes closed for a few moments. Let your breathing system return to normal. If you're practicing at home, don't do any deep breathing now, but just allow your breath to settle. This helps to settle the breathing into a slower pattern. You normally practice 12 to 15 times, and after that 15th time, you'll feel everything in your system switching off and the whole subconscious mind opening up with consciousness and awareness and ready for meditation. If I ask you guys to very slowly allow your eyelids to raise, keeping your body relatively still. And can you tell me how the natural, can you feel any calmness in your breath?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yes.
You feel your breath settle down?
Yes, and something else I noticed, my mind was empty.
Okay, good.
No thoughts started to.
I'll tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah.
One of the most important things in meditation is concentration, as I said earlier. And when you give your mind something to tie itself to as it's practicing, it helps to slow it down. So there's many, many benefits of doing this Trinity breath. Only 15 times and you'll be prepared for a great meditation session.